G'day folks, Sean here from Air Photography. So for some of you, this might be a very familiar scene. A whole pile of hard drives with all your videos and photos backed up on them. And that's kind of becoming a problem nowadays with today's modern smartphones and tablets. Perhaps you're a drone pilot or you capture with your action cameras. It doesn't take long to fill up the storage on your mobile device or to fill up multiple hard drives. Even myself, I'm uploading to social media and to YouTube. And I like to keep a backup of everything that I've captured, just sometimes personal stuff, other times for work. And if I have to find something that I shot last year, it can be very difficult to go through these drives to find out what is what. It's time consuming and it's not really that organized. And on top of that, if one of these drives happen to fail, that data is gone forever. And even if you don't have a pile of drives like this, you just keep everything on your smartphone or tablet. The same thing, if you happen to lose your smartphone or it gets damaged, again, those precious memories can be lost forever. Now, a common thing that people do to back up all their precious memories is cloud storage. The problem with cloud storage is it can be very costly, especially if you need a large plan. If we take a look at Apple iCloud storage, you can see their top tier plan is $79. And that adds up over a year. On top of that, it is actually still very limited, especially if you have large amounts of data. As mentioned, if you're a drone pilot or you capture a lot with an action camera, you could fill up that storage very quickly. But there is an alternative to cloud storage where it puts you in control of your data, and you don't have to be a content creator or YouTuber to utilize a device like that. Even if you just have several people in your family, you just want one central location that you can all back up your data to, access your data whenever you want. That's where a NAS system comes in. Basically, NAS stands for Network Attached Storage, and it can be accessed from your mobile devices or even from your home computer. Essentially, NASs are one big hard drive that can be connected to your home network, and it can be accessed from things like your mobile device, your phone or tablet, and of course from your computer. Now, the one we're looking at today is by UGREEN. It's the DH4300 Plus, and it might be a good choice for a lot of people just due to its low cost. Now, UGREEN makes a wide variety of NAS systems at many different price points, but their DH4300 Plus is reasonably priced, and it's extremely powerful. It is capable of storage of up to 120 terabytes. With that type of storage, you never have to worry about running out of space. On top of that, it can add some redundancy. You don't have to worry about one of these drives failing and losing all your data. With a UGREEN NAS system, it supports RAID. So for example, in the one here in front of me, I have 4 drives, and I can have any one of those 4 drives fail, and I won't lose any data. Now, setting up your UGREEN DH4300 Plus is extremely easy. In fact, you don't even need to own a computer to utilize it or even to set it up. You can completely manage it and set it up from a smartphone or even a tablet. Now, when you purchase the unit, you will have to provide your own drives. There's a list on the UGREEN website showing the wide variety of compatible drives. Essentially, you just want ones that are designed for a NAS system. Myself, I've got 4 terabyte drives installed, but you can go to 8 terabyte drives or even bigger, just depending on what your storage needs are. Installing the drives are completely simple. This lid is just held on magnetically. And as you can see, there are 4 trays currently in the system. All you have to do is pull the trays out and then install your drives one at a time. Once the drives are installed into the trays, you just clip them into the corresponding spot. We have disk 1, disk 2, disk 3, and disk 4. Once you have your drives installed, it's as simple as plugging it into power with the included power adapter. And then you just have to plug it into an Ethernet port on your modem or router. Now myself, I have internet with Bell, so I just plugged it directly into my Bell modem. There's 4 Ethernet ports built right into it. Now, depending on what internet provider you're with, yours is going to maybe perhaps look a little different, but essentially it should be very similar. Once you're done that, you just tap the power button on the front of the unit, and that's going to power everything on. Once everything is powered on and we have it connected to the internet, all you have to do is simply take your phone, any mobile device that supports NFC, and bring it close to the front of the UGREEN DH4300 Plus. It has NFC built right into it, and it's going to automatically prompt you to install the app. Alternatively, if you flip over the top cover, there's a QR code there that will again prompt you to install the app. At that point, it's just a matter of following the on-screen instructions. It'll take you through step by step, essentially creating an account, a username, and a password. One of the things it will ask you during the setup is what type of RAID you want. Myself, I went with RAID 5. With RAID 5, that allows me to have one hard drive failure without losing any data. Now, of course, that's going to be up to the user what type of RAID you use. It gives you a good description of each one, and you can choose the one that's most appropriate for you. Once you have it all set up, you now have a large storage location that can be accessed from your tablet, from your smartphone, and even from your desktop or Mac. Now, in its simplest form, it'll function just like a traditional hard drive. You can create folders, copy media, videos, photos over to it, save your files. But essentially, this is just like a little computer. It has its own operating system, and there are apps that you can install that are going to help you expand the capability and the functionality. For example, there's a theater app. So if you have a large movie collection that you're going to store on your UGREEN NAS, it'll be able to categorize them, download all the information about them, and you can watch them right through the theater app on any of your devices. And on top of that, you can even stream it to something like your TV. That way you always have your full movie collection at your fingertips. The app is extremely well designed and easy to navigate. Everything is right at your fingertips. If you want to browse your files, you can easily go in. You can preview all the media. You can stream 4K videos right from the NAS wirelessly. Everything is really convenient and at hand. And it works like any traditional hard drive. You can create folders, upload media to it, delete stuff, transfer media from your NAS over to your mobile device. Now, if we go back to the main app here, as mentioned, these are all apps currently running on the NAS. They actually have a little app center that you can go in and download new features and uninstall features that perhaps you're not going to use. But one really interesting one here is the Photos app. With it, it can really help you keep all your photos organized. If we go over to Tools here, we can turn on automatic album backup. So it's going to back up everything from your smartphone, from your tablet, right to the Photos app. It has a lot of AI tools built right into the Photos app, so it can detect people. You can search for specific objects, and it also does text recognition, and it has the ability to help you find and remove duplicate items. Now, as mentioned, everything can be managed right from within the app. If you do prefer, you can add it as a location on something like your iPad or smartphone. Even on a PC or Mac, you can add it more like a traditional drive by using the Explorer, or on a Mac, the Finder app. For example, here on my iPad, all I had to do is tap up there, and I tap on Connect to Server. I input the information that is provided by the NAS, and now as you see, I have it as a shared location. So I can tap on that, and we can go in and basically browse anything we want right off the NAS. Again, I can bring up footage and preview it directly. So being able to utilize it through the Files app on an iPad makes it really beneficial. It's a great way to back up your data. You can back everything up right through the Files app directly to your NAS. Or again, if you need footage from your NAS, you can bring it over to your iPad just as easily. Now, another advantage of using the UGREEN NAS compared to traditional cloud storage is speed at which you can transfer your content. Because the UGREEN NAS is connected physically to your network, you can get much faster transfer speeds, and you're not reliant upon internet connection speed, internet traffic, or when services slow down. So I've got my trusty timer here, and I'm going to show you some samples just how much faster it is transferring to a UGREEN NAS. So I'm going to demonstrate transferring a 4.2 gigabyte file. I'm going to transfer it to the UGREEN NAS first, then to Google Drive, and then I'm going to transfer it to iCloud. So in this first example, I'm transferring a file from my laptop to the UGREEN NAS, and it takes approximately 39 seconds to transfer the whole file. In this next clip, I'm uploading to iCloud, and it takes a total of 1 minute and 32 seconds to upload the exact same file. And lastly here, I'm uploading to Google Drive, and it actually took me 6 minutes and 51 seconds. So you can see the NAS was much quicker just because it is connected to our local network. Now that Google Drive upload was a little bit excessive. They must have been having a lot of traffic. Usually doesn't take quite that long, but that's kind of the point that I'm trying to make here. When you're uploading to a cloud service, you're at the mercy of internet traffic, your internet speed. Some people have really fast upload speeds. Some people, their internet providers have it throttled. So it can take quite a bit of time sometimes. And even if you're uploading from something like a mobile device that you're not hardwired to the NAS, you're still going to get nice fast upload speeds. In this test here, I uploaded a similar sized file. It was 3.7 gigabytes, and I was able to transfer it to the NAS in about 38 seconds. So you get very similar upload speeds when doing it wirelessly. Now, another really handy feature of the UGREEN NAS is that we can utilize some of the ports on it to back up our footage directly. For example, on the front of the drive, we have a USB-C port. On the back of the drive, that's where we have our Ethernet port, the 2.5 gigabit Ethernet port. We have two USB-As, and we have an HDMI out. But we can plug a memory card or even an external hard drive directly into the USB-C port, and we can access it via the software. So for example, if I've been out flying drones all day, I've got a memory card full of footage, all I have to do is simply plug it into the NAS, to the USB-C port on the front. I then just have to launch the NAS app, and I can do this from a tablet, a phone, or even my PC. If I go over to Files, you can see when I have an external device plugged in, we get this new folder called External Device. We can go into it, and there's all the files that I have stored on that memory card. Just like when we're viewing media right off the NAS itself, we can bring each file up and preview it. And then of course we can select it and move it right over to the drive. That way we have access to it when we need it. Now on top of that, we can still utilize cloud drives with our UGREEN NAS. You can see here we have an icon for cloud drives. So we can attach our cloud storage and we can move stuff from the NAS over to cloud storage, or vice versa. If we have a bunch of stuff stored in cloud and we're deciding we're going to get rid of it, we can move it all directly to the NAS. So I've been using the UGREEN NAS for about a month now, and I've been extremely happy with it. I've been meaning to set up a NAS for quite some time, but I kind of always put it off because I thought it was going to be complicated and a big learning curve, but it's actually been quite the opposite. So now I have no need for this monstrosity pile of hard drives. Everything is now stored on one simple, easy to use unit. Plus I have redundancy. Any one of these drives now fail, I know my data is going to be safe. I can just simply replace the defective drive, and the RAID array is going to rebuild everything. I can access all my data from any device. I can even access it when I'm away from home. So a really beneficial tool no matter whether you're a creator or just somebody looking to have a reliable backup solution for all your precious memories. Now I'm going to include a link down in the description of this video where you can go and check out the UGREEN NAS. There's also a 20% code where you can get 20% off your order. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and found it had value. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.